Alright, so here we are back with my wonderful Ultra VP virtual pinball machine from RecRoomWorld, I always almost forget, .com. Call up Roland there, he's been extremely helpful to me. A few very minor issues I had, and helping me understand a little more about virtual pinball. So, like my channel, if you like to see more pinball, which I'm going to be adding more and more hopefully, and then a lot of amusement park stuff, dark rides, haunted houses, water slides, stuff like that. So today we're going to be looking at Dr. Dude, which was one of my favorite pinballs from back when I was in college, because I'm old, and I look like the dude from Big Lebowski, so I always like the word dude. But this is a pretty fun machine. No DMD, it was before those, as you can see by the scoring. But I wanted to go a little bit more into things that this machine does, I guess that sort of sets this machine apart. You know, I've played other VP machines, virtual pinball machines at like a Houston Hag Expo years ago when I lived down there. And that was well before all the feedback and everything. So, but this machine has things that other ones just don't. The first and foremost is, and this really was the clincher on why I chose this one, is the screen. You know, it's 49 inches, I believe. 46 or 49. I'm pretty sure it's 49. You know, there's absolutely no edge viewable. 4K, supports 4K. This looks beautiful. A few other things, and again, you know, some machines do this, some don't. One of the things I at first didn't think worked, but here's the ball. You can see if I shake the machine, you can see the ball shakes. So there is sensing too, so you can you know, nudge the ball if you want. You know, this uses VPX, which I guess is what's used for basically emulating pinball. Then there's FX3, which is what emulates mostly the Zen Studios machines, which are from like Xbox and stuff. And then there are some FX3 emulation tables, but you have trails behind the ball, and that's where you get the video, you know, numbers popping up and animation, more of a video game feel, and you lose some of the little things that I like about this machine. So this is one of them. You know, the nudging is there. One of the other things that wasn't working at first, I still haven't really pushed it. We'll go inside here. You see back here is the plumb bob for the tilt mechanism. There's that one of the cables was actually in the way there, so that wasn't working. But you'll see there. This is the main sound, and then there's two more back there for the surround sounds. I've turned the main sound down here, so the board sounds come through a little more. There's also I think this here is might be the gear motor. So and that's actually used on this table when the spinner goes, the gear motor goes. So there's a constant rumbling on the table. Of course, there's a shaker motor. There's some bass speakers that give you some feedback through sound instead of through mechanical solenoids. So, you know, all that stuff's on here, and the speakers, you know, there's 4 speakers, and since this is a wide body table, that's the other big reason why I got it. Is, you know, it's a big screen, but it's a wide body table, which I think is a must for virtual pinball. So, you know, the sound is spread out a whole lot more on here. So, you know, like on this one, when the ball travels down this side, you can hear the sound coming from that side, and when it travels down this side, you hear the sound coming from that side. And it's very separated, and you can really tell that, and it really adds to the realism. Another thing that wasn't working, and Roland did help me fix this, is the LED lighting. So you see my dirty floor with some styrofoam bits on it. So this has more of a black light look to it, a blue, and then, so there's LED under the table, strips all around, and there's actually some LED in the back too, so you get the back wall glows also, and that color changes sometimes during the game, sometimes, and then sometimes each game is a little different color. So that's a cool little thing that, only this, I mean, other ones do have that, but that is something that this one definitely has very well. Let's see, what else? Oh, the LED lights in the back, and you'll see those coming on when well, we'll play a ball here, and they usually emulate. Like here, you've got this light here, which is, in a real game that would be pretty light or pretty bright. And then this one and this one, and you have this light back here, and those come on usually to sort of emulate the bright flash that you would get in the arcade from that. And sometimes when you have a drop spot here, there'll also be, it'll come up if there's a flash there to tell you the ball's about to come out. The closest light to that in the vertical line will come on, and again, there's a little extra that adds to it. I do think that's one of the not really a negative, and I actually talked with Roland about it. In my opinion, those are too bright, and I'm going to work on trying to coat those, put some window tinting on those. So I got to do it with my theater chairs too, but they're a little brighter than I wish they would be, and I guess they've been trying to figure out how to make them less bright, and they can't. So I'm going to try to cover those up, but I'm glad they're there. And sort of like I told him, I will take the too bright lights over not having them. And I'm also playing in a dark room. This is my Lord of the Rings sort of room. There was a wine cellar for the previous owners, so I have a nice dark room here to play it in, so that does make the LEDs a lot brighter. But I love the fact that they're there and they're used in quite a few games. And of course the topper add-on that I got has the sirens, and then has a bunch of LEDs in the middle of it too. Now those get bright, but those aren't on nearly as much, and those are more to get your attention. So I don't know if I'm going to try to coat those a little bit or not. I can't wait for that screen to come on. That's another thing that only the virtual or the VP Ultras do, is that topper screen. And the new version of the software coming out next month is supposed to, well, there's videos online, that's being used for all of them. I've seen other machines that have the topper will have actually like a DMD there, and then a topper screen right below it or above it. And to me, that just, the topper should go on the top. So that's where it is. So this one, and I've said before, another big thing about this screen here, this is bigger than the DMD. This was just in the version 5 that I have now, and newer anything you buy now. That used to be DMD size. Now it is just so happens to be the same size as a modern Stern machine. So as soon as those start getting emulated, they will be emulated perfectly on this machine. So that was another big selling point to me. So I'm going to do now, and I'm going to try to put some get some styrofoam to put on the machine, so you can sort of see when things are rumbling, and play this a little bit with this video from above, and sort of show you some of the things that this does as far as shaking. There's a lot of shaking that goes on with this game, is why I chose it. I'm sure the sound isn't going to come through that much, but it might, so we'll see here. Okay, so I've added some pieces of styrofoam here on the sides. Play from here first, and again, another nice thing. A lot of them do have the digital plunger, but it's definitely a nice thing to have that not everything has. So. Like I say, I turned down the table, or turned up the table sound so you can hear more ball sounds, and got rid of the game sounds. See there, and there was the magnet there. So that did shake. The styrofoam's not moving as much as I thought it would. You can hear even the ball hitting the flipper, and again, you know, all that comes from where it should be coming from. There you can hear the ball hitting down there when it drains. And a little bit from up there. Start a new game. There you'll hear it go down. See there, the sound came from the other side. And whenever the little jumping guy there goes, the whole table bounces with the shaker motor. So that, I think, gives a little, hopefully comes across on the video to see, gives a little more idea of what sounds this machine makes that aren't the table sounds. And there's a lot of them. So like I say, I hope it came out on the camera, the video here. So, so that's Dr. Dude on the Ultra VP. So, still just absolutely love this machine, and I mean, just looking at it right here, I just think, oh, I got a Dr. Dude pinball machine. I mean, you know, the picture quality is amazing. So, very happy with it. Thanks for sticking by this long if you have. Probably nobody has, but if you have, thanks a lot, and subscribe to my channel, and see you later.